The cameras were rolling, the lights were blinding, and what happened next left the entire studio in shock. Keir Starmer, the man who wants to lead Britain, found himself cornered, exposed, and fighting to keep control, all thanks to one brutal moment live on air with Katie Hopkins. Starmer has built his reputation as calm, composed, and untouchable in debate. A man of law and order, a former director of public prosecutions, someone who prides himself on staying rational. But that image was about to be tested like never before. Katie Hopkins, the outspoken firebrand commentator who thrives on controversy, came into the debate with one mission: to strip away Starmer's polished mask. At first, it seemed like any other discussion, with the usual back and forth on leadership, policy, and Britain's future. But then Hopkins turned the tables. She didn't just ask questions, she went on the offensive. Accusing Starmer of hypocrisy, of double standards, of saying one thing to voters and doing another behind closed doors. And then came the moment that stunned the room. Hopkins unleashed a string of accusations tied to his past decisions, moments where his principles seemed to falter, exposing contradictions he never wanted dragged into the light. The atmosphere shifted instantly. The audience felt the tension. Starmer's jaw tightened. His carefully maintained calm began to crack. For the first time that night, Starmer was on the defensive. His replies grew sharper, his tone harder. He snapped back at Hopkins, raising his voice, calling her claims absolute nonsense and accusing her of twisting facts and spreading lies. But Hopkins refused to back down. She doubled down, each word landing like a hammer blow, her relentless style pushing him further off balance. Millions watching at home weren't just hearing the words, they were witnessing something far more damaging, the image of a leader unraveling in real time. For years, Starmer's critics have claimed that he struggles when cornered, that beneath the surface he doesn't have the steel to withstand real pressure. And on this night, live on television, many felt they were seeing that theory proven true. His frustration, his loss of composure, became the headline, overshadowing whatever policy points he had hoped to make. But here's the twist: was this simply Katie Hopkins exposing the real Keir Starmer, or was it all part of a larger game? Some insist this was a carefully set trap, designed to push him into anger. Others argue it was no trick at all, that Hopkins merely revealed the truth about a man who wants to lead the nation. One thing is certain, this was no ordinary TV clash. It was a brutal moment that peeled away Starmer's calm exterior and left millions asking hard questions. If he can lose his cool so easily against Katie Hopkins, what happens when he faces the true storms of leadership? Did the nation just glimpse the real Keir Starmer, or was this just political theater at its most ruthless?